Their stiff and ungraceful form makes them, to the traveler, the most repulsive tree in the vegetable kingdom. That's how American explorer John C. Fremont described his first encounter with the Joshua tree back in 1844. But today, that bizarre, ungraceful form is exactly what travelers find beautiful.
I don't know, maybe we tend to gravitate towards so many things that are linear in today's world. I kind of like the abstract nature of the trees.
Michael Roy is one of the 1.6 million visitors a year who flock to Joshua Tree National Park, a place where the namesake attraction is a bit of a misnomer.
Well, the one thing about it, it's not really a tree. It's a member of the yucca family. As a matter of fact, the Latin name is Yucca brevifolia. It was called the Joshua tree back in the 1800s when some of the Mormon settlers came through here, and they thought it looked like the biblical character Joshua with his arms outstretched into the heavens. No,
Ranger George Land is the public information officer for the park. So technically, he speaks for the trees.
Mister, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
In 1971, Dr. Seuss published the Lorax.
The truffula trees, the bright-colored tufts of the truffula trees.
And while his truffula trees were purely fictional, this slice of the Mojave Desert has become a destination for anyone who has ever dreamt of jumping into one of his illustrations.
Yeah, it feels kind of like a big playground outside. And yeah, Dr. Seuss is exactly what I think of when I look around here. Yeah.
But say Joshua tree around the world, and the first thing to come to mind probably isn't a plant. Thanks to an Irish rock band's obsession with the American Southwest, it's also one of the best-selling albums of all time.
U2 probably did more to market the park than anybody in the world. It was a very successful album. A lot of people, particularly around the world that had never been to this part of the country, didn't know what a Joshua tree was.
Unfortunately, U2 fans are often disappointed to learn that they still haven't found what they're looking for. The actual Joshua tree, from the album, was located close to Death Valley, 200 miles north, and died 15 years ago. But it's a disappointment that's short-lived, because with so many different trees to choose from, over 1.5 million in the park, you're bound to find the one that speaks to you.
They're all very unique looking, in a way that it feels like they almost have their own personality. Do you see that when you drive by looking at them?
Well, they're like fingerprints. And that's why you generally won't see any two mature trees that look the same.